Well, we could not wait for WTF Wednesday, so we're doing Manic Monday Meltdown. And we're going to talk about how it's not crazy that you feel crazy because no one really knows what's going on. But we're going to talk about today what you can do, some of the things that you can do. And Trevor, take the video off the big screen TV. I love it. Totally distracted.
We look, wow, we look way better than I even thought we looked.
All right. So what we're going to talk about today isn't
waving at myself on TV.
Okay. What we're going to talk about today is basically some things that you're going to have to do with this massive declination letter. So instead of wondering, like, what are they doing? No one knows because they don't tell us. There's no transparency. Just like everything else with the SBA, there's no messaging. There's no transparency. There's no announcements. There's no notifications. No one knows what's going on. No one knows, is this a housekeeping issue? Or is this truly a declination, a warranted declination? So let's talk about a few things. Do we have a script? I don't think so. Go ahead. Take it away.
We're rolling?
We're rolling. Jeff, Ashton, nice to see you here.
Okay, so folks, just, you know, the iPad is way too far away from me, so I can't see if any of you are here. Oh, actually, now I can. Hey, Ashton.
And
Cajun,
Jeff, howdy,
Louisiana.
Jeff. Michael, nice to see
Jeff
you.
Hansen, the pizza dude. Okay. So Linda wants me to answer two questions.
Nice new background. What background?
Linda, it is a new background because we've changed.
Oh,
locations.
yes, this background. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
The background is real, by the way. This is not a green screen.
Shane.
This is not green screen. Actually, this is a real lamp. And Linda picked it. And that's our really dusty fake plastic plant. We don't have real plants or
we are
pets.
Home in a different room, Ashton.
So Linda asked two questions just now. So I'm going to answer them right now. First question, were these real declination letters? Yes.
Okay.
Second question, what do you do now?
Mike. What? Yeah. I'm saying hi to everybody. Okay.
Try to keep up. Try to keep up. What do you do now? You're supposed to say that.
Oh, what do you do now?
File a reconsideration.
That's it. All right.
Okay, folks, it's been a nice show. Have a nice night. Hey, thanks for tuning in. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, ding, 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 and hit the bell. Thanks for checking us out here.
Nice to see you, David. Nice to see your picture. All right. So is there another number to call on these declinations?
Why are you going to call? Why call?
Why call?
No.
What are they going to say? They're not going to, they don't know anything.
Okay. So first of all, I have two new phrases that came out of Mondays here at Aurora Consulting is phone call day. You know, we do our free 15-minute consultations. So I have two phrases. You remember one of them? Hello.
Sorry. What?
Okay. I'm actually like right here.
Ashton, he nailed it. Nailed it.
Call Trevor is what you do now. Call Trevor. Okay. So what was the thing you tweeted before that I said?
Oh, crap.
Speed is the enemy of accuracy.
Oh. Should we all say it together? Speed is the enemy of accuracy.
Hey, do you know why that came about? Because somebody said to me on the phone today on one of our free calls.
That's why we're here, Wendy.
He said, hey, you know, but it was crazy, like times and whoa, hello.
Yeah,
it was crazy. Like, hey, you know, we'd rush through these applications and, you know, the SBA didn't prepare us for it, and they didn't tell us that we should go slow on these applications, that we should take our time with them, you know, and that this information would have to be accurate. And actually, I said to him, actually, you are incorrect, sir. The SBA did tell you both of those things last year. In fact, the SBA still tells you that right now. If you go to SBA.gov and try to do an Eidl online application, you're going to see printed in the application in two different locations, both of those pieces of information. The problem is they are printed in federal bureaucratic speak. And the first thing it says is at the bottom of the first page, it will take 2.5 hours to complete this application.
2.5 hours.
It's a 4-page questionnaire.
So
how long does it take to fill out a 4-page questionnaire? I don't know, 16 minutes? The SBA says it should take you 2.5 hours. That kind of tells you that you should verify the information you're putting in there is accurate. And then later on in the application, when you are submitting it and you have to do the I'm not a robot thing, guess what it says? I certify that this information is true and accurate. So, federal bureaucracy. I'm not trying to defend the SBA. Okay, so the first phrase we came up with today was speed is the enemy of accuracy. Number 2, this is my favorite. And this goes back to this CPA fellow who was just mentioning about calling the SBA.
Yeah. He wants to know the reason he was declined.
Here's why I don't call the SBA on our client files, because it's useless. I don't get any, even if I get a decent agent on the phone, I'm not going to really get information that helps me have a better understanding of the file to move my client's file along. So basically, I don't call. Here's the other thing. As we see time and again, especially with this tsunami level event of declination letters that went out to thousands or tens of thousands of people last week, you call the SBA, one SBA agent, one question. Okay, 17 SBA agents, same question, 84 different answers. Here's my new phrase about calling the SBA. You ready?
I'm ready.
If I call the SBA right now and say, hi, SBA, can you please tell me the name of the President of the United States? Even if the agent says to me, the name of the president, Trevor, is President Joseph R. Biden Jr., I won't believe them. I will still go to whitehouse.gov to verify that. That's how bad it has gotten with the SBA agents, whether they are well-meaning or not, whether they're given scripts. We don't know where but the crazy stuff. We did a video this morning where an SBA agent told somebody, I saw this on Facebook the other day, told them that the minimum credit score for an Eidl is 690. Wait, what?
No.
Okay. No. Or the SBA loan officer that told one of the folks I spoke with today, whose EIDL was declined last week, their increased request was declined last week, and they called the loan officer who had been working on the file to ask why. And the loan officer said, well, there's a discrepancy, and what you should do is send a letter in to the COVID increase email address. Wrong. First of all, the loan officer, once the file's declined, she shouldn't be supposed to be talking to you. The file's not even on her desk anymore. She should not be talking to you. That's loan officer disease 101 LOD. Number 2, I'm yelling a lot.
I know. What? Calm down.
I was so mellow when I started.
People are going to comment how
Number 2, sending a letter to COVID. What's that going to do? The SBA's own processes are crystal clear. If your loan is declined, you file a reconsideration. What are you sending a letter? What are you sending a greeting card to wish somebody a happy birthday? What a waste of time. More than nonsense that comes out of the mouths of some of the SBA people. President Joseph R. Biden Jr. There you go. I'm going to shut up now and hand it over to Linda Ray. Just kind of kick back here on the.
No.
Here we're in the den.
All right. So here's an interesting question with John Z. What is the minimum credit score? So.
I'm going to let Linda answer first. Okay. As the small business owner. And then the loan officer will answer.
Okay. Yeah. So the minimum credit score that had been.
You look great on the TV.
Oh, thank you. But I keep getting distracted watching the TV, not the camera of the iPad. Anyway, so what the minimum credit score originally was 570. But then in the second stimulus package, December 27, 2020, they amended the language in the legislation to have the loan officers look at the borrower's ability to repay the loan versus strictly the credit score and the number on the credit score. So I did a 1-minute video on this.
You don't drag it out too much because you're not correct completely.
Well, I'm never correct completely. That's why I have you. That's why I'm
here. Okay. Here's the loan officer answer to your question, John Z.
Because this is he got approved with 550.
Thank you, Rafael Urbina. Okay, John Z. Here is the answer to your question.
Oh, see, Michael senses your anger.
Hi, Michael. Thank you. Okay. Namaste.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So the credit score, it's not published anywhere on the SBA website. If you call 17 SBA agents, they'll give you 85 different answers. They'll tell you it's the president, it's the wrong president. Okay, listen. We don't know what the score is.
Oh, Stacey Tompkins.
Do you know why we don't know what the credit score is? We don't know Oh, do not call your Congress people. Put that one back up. I want to talk about that. Do not call Congress. Okay. I'll tell you why. But to go back to credit score, the underwriting system at the SBA, as in the mortgage business, as in many lending facilities, is a black box. You know why we call it a black box? Because you can't see inside of it to know how the system, the computer system, the software generates its approvals or its declinations. So that's why, generally speaking, you can't ask an SBA agent what's the minimum score. They don't know what it is. We suspect it's around 570, but it's a risk assessment inside that black box. And here's the second part, as Linda correctly mentioned, the second stimulus from December 27, 2020, Congress instructed the SBA, in the absence of a sufficient credit score, the SBA will use alternative means to approve the loan, including, if necessary, assessing the borrower's ability to repay.
All right.
That's the only part you left out. Okay.
That's the only part.
Let's go back. You make geeks like me proud. Okay, Jeff Hansen.
No, but wait. If this overlay ever comes up, I want to show you. Oh my God, Jeff, this is for you. Mission control. Okay.
I don't even know what we're looking at.
That was a picture.
Oh my gosh.
That was the picture of the TV, the iPad, and my laptop. Taking a picture with
and my library in the background. Okay. I want to go back to the congressperson.
All right.
Folks, do not call your congressperson or your senator to ask for assistance on your Eidl loan. It doesn't work for two reasons. Number one, because it doesn't work. Number two, I actually spoke to somebody last week who told me that his SBA loan officer called him and said, I cannot move any further on your file because there is a congressional hold on your file.
Okay, let's let that sink in, people, because that's how unuseful. Is that a word? Or is it just
is now
useless?
It's a lot like idiocy. You invented that word too. It's a waste of time. And by the way, okay, listen, there's no table here, so she can't kick me under the table right now. I'm always wanting to throw those other YouTubers under the bus.
Do not do that.
See? But listen, whoever that posted that the other people are telling you, you know why those other people are telling you to call Congress? Because they got nothing else to share. You know why? Because they don't know jack shit about the Eidl process. Okay, there, I said it.
Oh my God,
Jeff
really?
Hanston,
Where's
Ashton
my
Bourne,
censor?
Justin Tatum, you got my back? My brothers, you got my back?
So stop. Where's the censor button so we cannot mute that? So
okay, Green Alchemy. What I suggest, we did that at the beginning of the show, but thanks for joining us. Here's what I suggest. File a reconsideration. That's all you can do. The SBA system is that if a loan is declined, you must file a reconsideration. Okay.
All right.
Manic Monday Meltdown. Say hello and click thumbs up.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm
at this point, listen, I'm just going to say this. There is no
high five, Jeff.
There's no script. There's no bullet points. There's no banners. We just came on to let you know that in the flurry of this nonsense, and from the beginning, last year, March 2020, our little, I don't know if it's a tagline or a
thank you, Ashton,
or whatever mission, whatever, it was making sense of the nonsense of the disaster of disaster financing. So we're just going to open it up to you guys if you have questions about anything, because we just want to come on here and, basically tactically, if there's something besides filing a reconsideration,
there's nothing else.
There's nothing else. But no one knows what's going on and why it happened yet.
Let me tell you why there's nothing else. Okay. So the SBA, which with its normal dysfunction can drive you batshit crazy. Okay. Like today I was uploading documents for a client's file, and in the portal it said, submit federal tax return. Tax return previously submitted was the state return. You know what the problem is with that? Fred, I'm going to address that for you, Fred, in just a second. You know what the problem is with that statement on the SBA portal? I'm the guy who submitted the original tax return. The client never submitted any tax returns. Yeah. I submitted it. That means whoever at the SBA wrote that statement never read or doesn't know how to tell a federal return separate from a New York State tax return. Like, mind-blowing. So y'all want to listen to what the SBA says? That's the normal dysfunction. And then last week, the tsunami event, the tidal wave of declinations that went out. And the answer to that is to call your congressperson. The answer to that from a loan officer at the SBA is to write a letter.
No.
Who are you writing the letter to? So here's what's worse. My iPad battery is about to die.
Oh.
Okay, so this show may go shorter than expected. But here's the thing. The SBA's process, standard process. If a loan is declined, you file a reconsideration. If a reconsideration is declined, you file an appeal. That's the process.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think if the SBA shows up with a fix for this thing tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., would you trust that? I wouldn't. Oh, heck no. They caused this problem. You think they're going to fix it? Oh, hell no. They can't fix the bathroom door. Not that the bathroom door's broken. Hello, Robert. Love you, brother.
All right, let's go back to...
Just keep in mind, folks, the iPad battery is about to die, and that's our camera. So if we lose you all, it's been a joy, but we wanted to come on tonight to keep it simple. The answer to your question, what do I do if I received an Eidl an increase declination letter last week in the tidal wave of SBA declination letters? Mm-hmm. The only thing you can do is file a reconsideration. Yes, David, file a reconsideration via email. You can include the letter. I usually do, David.
I do want to say we have an entire playlist dedicated to Eidl reconsideration. It has how to write a letter, send an email, write a letter, whatever. It has the checklist of things.
Hi, Covina.
It is a little outdated because we've been talking about this stuff since last September and October, and almost everything we talked about has happened. So
when you work on the files, actually work on lots and lots of files every day, you kind of learn some stuff, as opposed to just making stuff up over on, where else that I'm not supposed to talk about, other YouTube channels, and telling you to call Congress. Call Congress. You want to call Congress? Here's what you do. You call Congress and you call your senator and say, hey, you folks need to get into committee right now, get on the floor of the Congress, and you need to do two things. Put more money into the budget for the SBA operating budgets. They can hire people and train people. And number two, get more money into the Restaurant Relief Fund, which is woefully underfunded. $28 billion of money for $76 billion of requests. That's disgraceful.
All right. So Green Alchemy has a really good question because this unverifiable information
is horse crap.
Okay, exactly. We did a whole video on it, and actually somebody commented.
Just because we're down to 9% on the iPad battery.
Okay, that's fine. We got some time. Don't worry about it. If it shuts down, it shuts down.
But do we really have
We
time?
do. With 9%, we got at least 8 more minutes. Who wants to hang out for 8 more minutes?
I do.
So, the unverifiable information, well, you said it. It's horse crap. It's mostly stuff that they didn't even read.
I have seen Eidl declination letters since April of 2020. I've been reading. First of all, they tend to be generic, unverifiable information, economic injury, unsubstantiated. Excuse me.
Nadir, there's a link
I had some
in the
soprasat
description.
for dinner.
There's a link in the description.
So these declination letters, they're generic, and they never really tell you what it is that went wrong with your file. And knowing how I filed reconsiderations and looked at SBA files, there's no rhyme or reason. Generally speaking, in my opinion, is that when an SBA agent declines the file, more often than not, they're missing something in the file that they don't have the time or the inclination to look for, or they run into some conflict. You have a different address, or they can't find you on the internet, or your website is down, or something in LexisNexis, or something in a credit report, and they think you're a fraudulent application, and you're not.
Right.
But they go to the dark side right out of the gate, and that's what we've seen. John Z, I was declined unverified information, like pretty much everybody else. In talking to the agent, he seemed really miffed that another agent months prior told me to continue using my Social Security number. Yeah, don't worry about that, John. Both of them are wrong. They're both wrong.
There you go.
Folks, we have the Eidl reconsideration playlist here on YouTube, and you can always schedule a free 15-minute consultation with us. I will warn you in advance, we're booked 2 weeks out. And if you are desperate, just understand something. You speaking to us sooner rather than later isn't really going to affect the overall timeline at SBA. Okay? So hang in there. We've got you back. If you wouldn't mind, folks, taking a minute to visit the link to our Google business page and writing a review about tonight's video, we would appreciate that.
Except for the part where he was trashing other people. Don't mind him there. So part of Green Alchemy, yes, part of our service is filing the reconsideration to overcome any kind of declination. Also, because I forgot this last week, I do want to let everybody know, since there's quite a few people here, we started another YouTube channel because I don't know if anyone understands, but we're not, this is a short shelf thing. We're not for us. We're not going to be doing this. This is a temporary kind of service. We're hoping to phase this out by the end of the year. So, you know, if anyone signs up,
we weren't supposed to say that.
We weren't? Oh. Well, we can't sustain. But anyway, we did start another channel. And if you could visit that, subscribe, help us out, hit subscribe. It's called Aurora Consulting. It's all right. Listen,
I'm just looking at
we've been telling people that
I'm looking to us on the big screen.
I know.
We're down to 7% on the iPad. Do we have any more questions? Hi guys, you both look great.
Oh, thanks,
David Rika, approved and funded, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, oops, Fred. Or oops. I didn't get the memo. That we weren't supposed to talk about that.
Thanks, Fred.
But it's, if you go to YouTube/Aurora Consulting, that's our simple sense for small business, generic, general business mistakes we've made, so you don't have to. All right.
Thank you, David. I dig them too.
I told you. See, 9%.
No, we're down to 7%.
7%.
And it's got the little red thing on the battery, so the iPad's going to go.
Yeah.
out.
So it's like a minute for each percentage.
We got any more questions?
No, I don't think we have any
All
questions.
right. Thank you all for joining us. Here's the bottom line. Last week, the massive meltdown at SBA, they sent out a tidal wave, a tsunami level event of declination letters to folks, both for increase requests and reconsideration requests. And it is causing all kinds of havoc. There are all kinds of people around the internet saying, do this, call your congressperson, do that. These are people who don't actually work on EIDL loans like we do. Aurora Consulting processes original EIDL applications and reconsiderations. It's what we do 7 days a week, 15, 16, 17 hours a day. This is, we live and breathe this. It's all we do. She goes outside here in the house and does landscaping.
I do.
I listen to Led Zeppelin while I'm working on files. That's how we live here. So we're telling you, the only thing you can do to respond to this declination letter is file a reconsideration. If you trust the SBA to fix this, you're crazier than, okay, I'll just leave it out.
All right. So here's a question, because I'm
late to the show. My portal reverted back to pre-increase. That we assume that means you're declined, Dwayne. What we would recommend you do is call customer service at SBA and ask to confirm if your loan was declined.
That's it. Don't go into just, was my loan declined?
Yeah, don't
yes
no stories.
No.
Don't ask them who the president is.
Because you're actually contradicting where you said about 15 minutes ago, don't bother calling the SBA. They don't know. But with these kind of closed-end specific questions, that's it. And then hang up the phone. Anything they tell you, you can't trust it anyway. So, all right.
Stephen, we found hope since finding this.
Thank you.
Stephen Hawes, thank you. By the way, Stephen, you spelled channel Chanel.
Oh yeah.
Which is one of my favorite perfumes. She doesn't wear that. She wears something else, but I like a woman in Chanel. And I don't mean just the clothes.
So let's hear. I was asked, Pete Fuller, thank you. I was asked for a copy of my ID.
That's great, Pete.
That's very good news.
Pete, they're moving forward on your file.
They're working on your file.
Pete, don't call for status. Don't check your portal. Wait till you get an email that either asks you to email documents in or asks you to log into your portal to upload documents.
Yeah.
If they ask you, by the way, Pete, for the same document 28 times, give it to them 30 times.
Yeah.
Stop questioning and start submitting.
There you go. Exactly.
Pete, very happy for you. Sounds like you're moving forward.
That
cool
is
beans.
Awesome. Let's see.
Fred,
oh, thank you, Maureen. Thank you so much.
Oh, Maureen, it's our pleasure.
And
By the Fred,
we got to get that in before the battery dies.
We're down to 5% on 5%. The iPad.
We got 5 minutes. We got all night.
She's this chick. Love you too, Pete. Thanks, man. Thanks all of you for joining us. Again, if you would be so kind as to go to our Google business page and write a review if you find our video or videos helpful, That helps paying clients to find us. And when those folks find us, that's how we can do this kind of charity courtesy work.
Yeah.
And you can book a free consultation with me, 15 minutes. We're booked about 2 weeks out. Don't fret. We'll get to you, and you will get some great expert advice that I will really strive to give you something you can use. And of course, you can hire us as well. Aurora Consulting, we do EIDL reconsiderations. We have another channel that Linda will tell you right now.
I already told.
Tell them again, folks.
YouTube/Aurora Consulting, Simple Sense for Small Business. Also, big news, huge news over the weekend. Trevor, we made some serious progress. We are 4th and goal with our roadmap to reconsideration. That is going to be ready for purchase. That is more imminent than it's ever been. It's been about 2 months. It took us longer because there's that much comprehensive information that we are putting into this thing that's going to walk you through the whole entire process. It's going to be a fraction of our service, but it's like you're going to have Trevor right there in your back pocket.
Like this. Hi, how you doing? It's me. I'm here now. Okay, let's get that file submitted, man. And remember, speed is the enemy of accuracy. That's our phrase of the day. We got any more questions? We're down to 5% on the iPad before it runs out.
Do you think it does not want?
I'm going to let Linda answer that.
Now, I think, well, the SBA, they are overwhelmed, yes, but they honestly are not trying to not give you the money.
They really want to give you the money, believe it or not.
It's a government program, and as a taxpayer, you're entitled to this money. We believe, and I want all of you to take a deep breath, buckle in before this battery dies.
Say this before the battery dies.
And part of the problem is how business owners are moving through this process.
That means you.
Okay.
That means you.
It's the SBA is dysfunctional all by itself. You don't need to help them by rushing through and leaving things blank and misspelling things,
arguing about submitting documents.
There are so many things that we see that business owners are doing that are contributing to the failure of their process, that are contributing and participating with part of how this isn't happening for you. No one wants to hear that, but that is the truth. It is the truth.
Tell them, girl.
There are huge mistakes being made, and it has to stop. You have to take better care of what's going on.
Take responsibility if you want the money. You're going to submit documents, submit them in a high quality fashion, organize them.
It's coming to you, Pete.
Put in high quality stuff, and don't snap a photo of a void check on your kitchen countertop and make that a PDF. Do a proper PDF. Download the app on your phone. Buy a scanner. Whatever it takes. Do quality work, and you will get quality results. Our clients here at Aurora Consulting, before the battery dies, our clients in the last 7 weeks have received nearly $7 million of SBA approvals and/or fundings. And you know how they got that? My persistence and patience with the process and the high quality document submission that I put into it. That's how we get results here. You can get the same results. Look at our EIDL reconsideration playlist, or book a free 15-minute phone call, or hire us. We're here for you.
Thanks, Maureen. And Lisa, what do I do? I need to have that. Yeah, you have to file a reconsideration.
Lisa, visit our EIDL playlist on reconsiderations. Yeah. We've broken all the videos down to 2, 3, 4-minute videos, step by step. How to fill out 2202, how to do a 4506T, how to speak to an SBA agent. All of that, it's in our playlist.
And the small business, I'm going to put a link to our other channel, because we're trying to grow that, because that's going to be our retirement, people.
What other questions? Oh, Rider Sanctuary. What does he got to say?
That's Michael.
Michael.
Don't call you. Oh,
yeah. Mike, you nailed it, man. That's it right there. Do not call your congressperson. It's a waste of your time. You want to call your congressperson, ask them to give the SBA more money.
Thank you, Ashton.
Thanks, Ashton.
I feel so loved.
She is top tier, except around lunchtime today while I was on call.
There was some hangriness going on.
Wow, the two of us, there was like the shouts were echoing across the house.
60-day waiting for my port. Oh.
Okay, Fiorella Perotte. I love that name, Fiorella. Listen, 60 days is not in a reasonable time to wait for a reconsideration. Keep in mind that traditional commercial financing does not happen quickly. 90 days, 120 days, 3-4 months to get traditional commercial financing approved. So if you are working with the SBA with its current dysfunction, with its overwhelmed, sense of the COVID-19 pandemic affecting how things are happening, 60 days is reasonable. Just hang in there.
Yeah.
Our motto is patience and quiet, polite persistence with the process, Fiorella.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And actually our new motto is, what was it? Enemy. Speed is the enemy of accuracy. Okay. So, and you submitted your documents already. Well, then just all you have to do is hang tight. Try to find ways that you can focus on your business that you can control. Everybody keeps calling the SBA.
3% on the iPad.
We got 3 minutes. All right. So you're welcome.
Hey, Youssef.
Youssef. Oh yeah. Hey. Hi. Nice to see you. All right. That's it. Do we have any other questions? I'll be contacting you all. Right.
Didn't we hear from somebody who said that someone at the SBA didn't even know what SBA stood for?
Yes. If this is a good,
can't make this stuff up.
This is a good time to just probably close it out before our battery dies. Somebody posted, can't remember where, they were calling to inquire on some status. By the way, we stand by not calling the SBA other than closed-ended questions. Yes or no. Keep it 1 question, 2 questions, 3 questions, maybe.
Hi, SBA.
Yes,
I got a letter
no.
or the portal converted and I'm confused. Can you tell me, is my loan declined? It is. Yes. Great. Thank you. Click.
And then, yeah.
Hang up, file a reconsideration.
But somebody called and they didn't even know that what Small Business Administration, SBA, stood for. Cray. So
I don't know about that slogan. I've seen some sketchy dudes strip copper out of an AC in the blink of an eye. That's our Cajun friend, Ashton Bourne, who's a legit for realsies, hashtag for realsies, Cajun. It says it on his driver's license, Cajun. Thanks, Ashton. And Ashton, give your lovely little baby a hug from Linda Ray and me. Linda Ray loves it when other people have kids.
I love when other people get married and when other people have babies. I love it.
Notice it's a plastic plant here.
Yeah.
We have no pets and no real plants inside the house. All the real plants are outside, and this one's a landscaping beast. She rips down vines and everything.
Yeah, but
she had poison ivy up and down the arm last week.
But
like,
no
stay away from me, man.
But no real plants in the house. It's just too risky. Too many casualties.
Thank you all for tuning in. We got about a minute or so left before the battery on the iPad goes woo. Thank you for tuning in. Again, the tsunami wave of SBA declinations last week for Eidl increase and Eidl reconsiderations. If you got a declination letter, your course of action is to file a reconsideration. Don't trust the SBA to try to fix this. I would imagine their fix will be worse than what happened last week. So hang in there, file your reconsideration. Folks, you are eligible you're entitled to this money. You will get the money. You must be patient and mind your P's and Q's. Watch, look, dot your I's, cross your T's, get your paperwork in order. Stop questioning, start submitting. Hit the thumbs up and say how much you love us. Subscribe to us.
And subscribe and check out our Simple Sense for Small Business.
Write a Google review on our Google business page.
Mike,
I'm Trevor.
I'm Linda Ray. Michael, I'm going to see you at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on your Writer Sanctuary channel. Awesome.
We got the 27-inch, 27. Oh my God.
I posted, Pete. I posted it. Scroll up. The link is there.
I don't know how big our TV is, but we got the giant TV in the background over here. I'm like waving because it looks really cool on the TV.
The Google review I did post in the comments.
Yeah, you'll see the link there, Pete.
I'm doing it again. You should be able to see it.
Manic Monday Meltdown.
All right.
Before the battery dies, I mean, we still says 2% on the iPad.
I told you, you're rushing through.
Rushing.
Thank you.
Speed is the enemy of accuracy, Linda Ray.
I know. I should have actually put that up as a banner. I'm going to do it right now. Speed is the enemy of accuracy.
Yeah.
That means y'all got to slow down when you're filling out your forms and check the accuracy of, if you have your CPA or your tax preparer, the accuracy of how they completed your tax return. Is your address spelled correctly? Is your name spelled correctly? Is your business spelled correctly? Is your figures, you know, what are they doing? The epic, legendary mistakes by these professionals is heartbreaking. All right.
Dysfunction aside,
Right?
when SBA agents are processing this iPad batteries, the real chips. When SBA agents and loan officers are processing file, first of all, they really do want to give you the money, folks. They're not trying not to. In our experience of working on this, there you go, Pete. Okay, look at that. Oof. Oh yeah, baby.
Chicka bow bow.
Hey, what's you doing,
how
beautiful?
you doing, baby?
The SBA agents, in our experience since the early days of the pandemic, they are really, and they're working hard. I mean, now they've cut their hours. They've cut them down from 7 days a week to 6 days a week. No kidding. SBA agents have been working 7 days a week since the early days of the pandemic. So, you know, as much as we talk about the dysfunction, really, in our professional opinion, that's coming from the top. We wish that Isabella, you know, she's been a rock star since she came on board, and we love her. And like what she did with restaurant